Hey everybody, it's Aaron Whitehead here again, and I'm excited to show you another one of my favorite Christmas songs. This one is Christmas is Coming, part of the Peanuts Charlie Brown Christmas. So I'm going to show you kind of my rendition on how I do this song. And so here we go. The middle C is right here, and left hand is mostly going to be down here on this octave and the B flat, and then our right hand's going to be right in here in this area, playing a couple of chords, which I'll show you. And I'm also going to break this song into a few parts. So I think it's a total of 4 parts when it's all said and done. So let me kind of walk you through part number 1. Here we go. Left hand octave, B flat, and the rhythm, I play it like this. I just... Okay, so that's my left hand rhythm. And then the right hand, you're playing an A flat first inversion. So C, E flat, A flat. And I do that 2 times, and then I go to this is an E flat, second inversion, B flat, E flat, and G. So, okay, so that's the right hand part. And then when you put the 2 over each other, and then the first part ends with, and then that's what's gonna, just the first half, but before we go to here, we're gonna actually go here for part 2. So now let's show you part number 2. Part 2. Here we go. The left hand first. Left hand, you're here on a B flat octave for part number 1. And then we're going to just simply walk down half steps till we get to the F. And then we go B flat, E flat, and B flat together. Okay, the 5th there. So we're here on the octave, and we go down, 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 down. Okay. Right hand, C minor. So we just went, and then we're going to, in part 2 ends with us here, or I'm sorry, part 1 on the transition, we go, now here we come to C minor, B over F, we do B flat, I'm sorry, B and F here, and then we do B flat and E flat when we get to the G. Then we drop the B flat down to the A, and we keep the E flat up here. And then C. Okay, we're down here to the F, and I got A flat E. And then this is C is the pickup to this F minor 7 chord. And then I'm going to go to the B flat, and back to the C again. And then I end here with the G, B flat, E flat over that. Okay, so here it is in succession with both hands. Down there again. Okay, so that's part 2. So now parts 1 and part 2 together. That's part 1, here's part 2. Okay, and then you go back to part 1. Part 2. Okay, and actually sometimes you'll hear they do part way through part 2. And then go back to the beginning. And sometimes you'll hear it goes up there, or so sometimes up to the F, sometimes up to the G. I usually just stay down here and do each time. I don't do something different every. This is kind of some of the finer differences there. And then from here is part 3. So let's show you part 3. Part 3 is kind of a totally different feel than the other parts of the song, and kind of does a jumps keys too, because we're going to go here now to C. Our left hand is going to be doing C, G, and then A flat, E flat for the most part in part 3. So I do it like this. Okay, so C, G, G, C, A flat, E flat, E flat, A flat. Okay, and then the right hand goes like this. Okay, so I'm just outlining a C chord basically. E, G, C, C, and then E, G, C, D, C, C. Okay, again. And then that just kind of repeats there. So when you try and put it together, this is the tricky part, the rhythm. Sorry. Okay, got that? Again. And then here's how part 3 ends. You can do it in single notes. You're basically just walking through, in your right hand it's A flat, C, E flat, G, B flat, and in your left hand it's F, A flat, C flat, E flat, G. Okay, so it's kind of like this thirds thing. And you can do it in single notes, or I like to do it in octaves. Okay, that's how part 3 ends. And then you go back to part 1 again. Part 2. Okay, and then part 4. So, for part 4, it's basically part 1, but we're going to kind of vamp on part 1 and add in a few little kind of blues licks, okay, blues jazz licks. So part 1 you'll remember is like this. And then we would go to part 2 right there, but for this part we're just going to keep going back and forth between the A flat and the E flat. Okay, and then in between that, we're going to throw in some licks. So I like to think of it as kind of a lower lick, which involves these 5 notes. Okay, so E, F, F sharp, G, B flat, and C. And so you will usually want to hit B flat and F together and go up. Something like that. Something. And I kind of just play around with it. I do something different, but I'm hitting those 5 notes only on the lower part. So it sounds like this when you put it in between. Okay, and then there's the upper part that I mentioned, and that's these 3 notes. A flat, B flat, and D flat that you're going to begin putting in between those parts. And I usually will do it something like that, where I'll hit the D flat and the A flat together and then just rock back and forth between them. And it sounds like this. And then you vamp out just by going back and forth between the A flat and the E flat to the ending, like this. Okay, so notice how I kind of went back and forth. And then I'm getting ready to end, and the ending is going to just be a G minor 7 chord over the E flat here. Okay, so hit it twice, and then what I like to do is I ring through it and then I keep going up in octaves doing the same thing. I know you can't see that, but what I'm doing is, and then I'm moving my right hand over and I'm outlining this same chord again, but 2 octaves higher. So okay, just outlining these 4 notes, an octave higher and another octave higher, and then I do, or down here even lower, which I know you can't see that either, but that's how that goes. So ending, I'm going to do part 4, ending. Okay, so that is all of the parts, and now I'm going to put it all together so you can see part 1, 2, 3, and 4 in succession. Okay, I'm going to do part 1 to part 2, then I'm going to go back to part 1 again to part 2, and then I'm going to get to part 3, and then I'll just go straight from part 3 to part 4. But you can kind of go back and forth in this arrangement to however you would like. Okay, so part 1. Part 2. Part 1. Part 2. Part 3. All right. So that is Christmas is Coming. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful holidays. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.